Ball as the Colts get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the second year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Locke. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
47 to Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now Luck defers to Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Luck complete to Hilton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Luck. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Derek Wolfe make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now the 4th-year man from Utah, Devontae Booker. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle with the snap one over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, Mexico!
Now it's Hines. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Back to throw, Love. And he connects with Ebron. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a carry from Mack. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Luck's throw, finding T.Y. Hilton complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a gain of 5.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
His team showed up.
On third down, a run by Mack. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, it's Booker. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Rosen will throw. Completes this one to Meredith. And some space here. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Alert! 4 down, 4 down. Close. SOS.
A shotgun snap for Love. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rashawn Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a 3rd-round pick on him, but it was Phillip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the #1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad rookie campaign, 521 yards and 5 touchdowns as the backup. Booker on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll throw it with Rosen. This is the tight end Fant. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Tight ends left. Hey. 4 down.
Here's Rosen to throw. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Rosen to throw again. Wilson's got it complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Rosen. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score 14. Broncos
after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yard your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay? So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. And on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys?
Not necessarily.
You find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. They might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side.
Sure.
But not necessarily all the time.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get this.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Out of the gun, Luck. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Luck gives this one off to Mack. And he's got room. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Coming to you.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. It's caught by Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a toss play. This is Mack. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Colts on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9.
11Z. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Love. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made. In that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And now it's Rosen looking. That's caught by Meredith, right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, it's Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to...
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Trotting. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for Indy. 59 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Any weapon. Watch the whip.
This is Hines. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Luck. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
Let's go. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. And Sanders has got it complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The 6th season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall, Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his 4th in his first 5 years in a Bronco uniform. Now at 32 years of age as he tries to return to full speed. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
53, Mike, 53. Hey, come on now, come on now.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Completes this one to Meredith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Freeman again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Todd Davis.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Check pass. Check pass. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here's Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. That one good for 37 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Luck. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Throwing is Luck. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
A gain of 15. And the Broncos first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Rip left, rip left.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw, and he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Here's Booker on the catch. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Devontae Booker, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Here we go. 36-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
43's the mic.
Looking to throw on second down. Luck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Hines. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 47, bring it. Bring it.
On 2nd and 9, Luck looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Matt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Staying on the ground with Mack. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check right 34.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here comes the trusty, battle-tested Adam Vinatieri for a big kick. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The sack by Marcus Hunt. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
Come on, fellas.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Sanders has it over the middle. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
53, Mike. It's our field. It's our field.
Now it's Rosen. And he's got Booker. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff to Booker. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Wall, get wall. Check. He's coming.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
180. Check 53. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. 53 to Mike. 53.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Justin Houston in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Broncos, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.